If you have a ball lying around, blow it up. Make sure that it's really important. In fact, I think this ball probably could be blown up a little bit more. If your hips are lower than your knees, then it needs to be blown up, or you need to get a bigger ball. It's not good for your lower back to be. This is for sitting work, by the way. I'm going to take you through a few sections. We're going to do some exercises sitting down, and then we're going to do some Pilates movements lying down, and then with the belly over the ball. So I'm going to split this up in 3 different sections. The first one is to sit upright. I want you to drop through your pelvic floor and tilt your pelvis. You're doing a sitting pelvic rock. This movement is very subtle. I don't want you to hunch the body. I want you to contract your lower abdominals as you're tilting forward. And then from there, I want you to continue this movement, drawing the ball toward the heels. You could keep your hands on your thighs if you want to, or let them go. Maybe in the beginning, you can hold on to the ball so you don't fall over. And then from here, place your hands behind the head to give yourself a nice yummy stretch. Lift up your head. Now this is where you can place your hands on your thighs or keep your hands behind the head. So let's start with the hands on the thighs. So this is an abdominal contraction. You're going to simultaneously walk the heels back while sitting upright. Tuck your tailbone under. Maybe try to release the hands quicker so you're working your balance. And then gently release back. That feels great. Lift up the head. Release the hands. Contract your stomach in. So keeping your hands behind the head is going to make it harder. Okay, so once you get the hang of it, it's quite nice. If you want to stay down there, reach the arms back. Give your diaphragm and your ribs a good stretch, and maybe circle the arms around. It's really important that you're not hurting your neck, so maybe move the ball, your hips, forward a bit so that your head is resting properly on the ball when you're doing this movement. So that just feels wonderful to open up the chest. Good. And then from here, you could do some good old-fashioned abdominal work. So walk the heels back so that your lower spine is connected to the ball. And placing your hands behind the head. Now this is really important. A lot of people have done this exercise, but honestly, the one thing that is really going to work it harder, your abdominals, is that if you don't lift your bum up. So if you keep your feet, make sure that your feet are aligned. If you keep your feet anchored onto the mat and your tailbone anchored into the ball, inhale, contract your lower abdominals, and then lift up your upper chest without hunching your shoulders. So if you notice, I'm keeping my tailbone connected to the ball. And from here, you're going to notice a huge difference in your abdominal work. So not lifting up your bum, keep your bum down. And my abdominals are shaking right now. If you want to do an oblique, stay up there. In breath. Twist. Contract your stomach in. Inhale, center. Contract your tummy in. In breath, center. So to be honest, you only need to do about 6 of these. It's plenty. I've only done 4. I'm good to go. Give yourself a good stretch. And take a breath in. And then exhale, walk your feet forward. So now your hips are away from the ball and you're in a nice tabletop position. So here you're going to be working your hamstrings and your glutes if you want to just circle the arms around. Now this is a great opportunity if you have weights. Just happen to have some here. So I have 1 kilos here. You can have soup cans or half a kilo. Boys, probably no more than 3 to 5 kilos, depends on how strong you are. Drape your shoulders around the ball. Keep your hips high. And open the arms, keeping the shoulder blades against the ball. Close the arms. So you're trying to keep your chest wide the entire time. This is wonderful work for your back muscles. So my breath work is inhale, open. and exhale, keeping the neck soft. Turn the palms facing toward the knees. This is a little bit more difficult because the weight is making it harder for me to stabilize that shoulder. So as you bring the arm back behind the ear, do not lift the shoulder to the ear. You're trying to pull that shoulder down and roll that arm back into the socket properly. So here you are working quite a bit the back muscles. It's a wonderful way of understanding. I could do this sitting up to basically make it a little bit easier. So bring the head up, hands on the thighs, and walk back up.